All right, so this is the first time I'm ever trying this. I'm always trying to do different things with my content in the hobby. For those of you who are new to this, okay, so my name is Denny Cards on Instagram, Denny_cards. I am making this vlog. This is my first time trying to maybe optimize for YouTube. So I usually shoot everything in portrait, and this time I'm doing landscape. I plan to upload this up on as a podcast episode for people who like to just listen to this. So it's kind of like a bonus episode. I do have a podcast. It's called The Card Diary by Hobby S. Thompson. And so why am I doing this now? I am currently in my car, in my minivan, the hobby minivan, and I'm not doing mail days and ripping cards. I'm just doing this vlog. And I am on my way to my local regional show. So it's the Chantilly show. It's October 20th. It's noon. Doors open at 1. It's about a 45-minute drive from my house to there. And I just wanted to cut, like, I don't know how long this is gonna go. I was thinking maybe around 10 minutes. I feel like with reels, actually right now at the minute 30 mark, this would already be done. And I'm trying something different. I don't really like to edit on YouTube. I've tried it in the past, so I don't know if I'm gonna be doing that, but just upload me talking 10 minutes extemporaneously. What could go wrong, right? But for me, I'm really excited. The last time I was at the show was in October 2022. I did miss the last two due to either medical issues for me or for a family member. So the last time I was at the show was in October 2022, when it was my first time at Chantilly and the regional show. And I shot a little vlog, or like a minute 30 reel with some sped up content and things like that. But I didn't really get to go in depth. And that was when I was newer to making content in the hobby space. And I was very amateurish. Not that I'm like so much better now, but I mean, I think I'm still amateurish, because it's definitely not paying anything. It's not professionally edited or, wonderfully, there's not a lot of production value to any of this. But I like doing it. I love doing it. I love making content. And I love making my podcast, making these silly little reels, posting pictures of my cards, and just kind of connecting with people. Because the main thing, and I've said this in my podcast, but I'll say it now, is, back when I was in the hobby from 2007 to 2012, there really wasn't a community for me, I can't speak for everyone, but it was harder to find your community. I know there was Facebook, I know there was the internet, but there wasn't Instagram as far as I know. And there was the blowout card forums and sports card forum. I think that still is active, sportscardforum.com or something like that. But it was a time when I just didn't really feel connected with people. And this time, I think the reason I got to want to do more content was because I wanted to connect more with people. And it seemed as if things that I was making was resonating with people, and that it was family friendly and clean content. So I just started making it after I consumed a lot of it. There's a lot of creators out there that I really enjoy watching their stuff, listening to their stuff, reading their stuff. I mean, there's so many ways to consume the content, and I just wanted to, I guess, do it as well. So again, today is Friday, October 20th. I am on my way to the Chantilly card show, and I'm really excited. I'll be there today, Friday, for early entry. I have a lot of friends who are set up as dealers, and I look forward to seeing them, and also meeting new dealers and new folks walking the show floor. I'll mainly be looking for 90s basketball cards, value bin stuff, higher end slab stuff too. Not when I say higher end, for me, higher end is like between the $100 to $300 range. I did talk about a budget with my wife. I think that's very important to do. So I do have a budget. I don't even know if I should share it now. I'll think about it, because sometimes when you say something, you can't take it back, right? So I'll think about that, because I'm not sure if I'm going to share everything right now. But I have slabs to to trade as well and to sell to dealers. But I know when it comes to table equity, dealers do have the advantage, and which is rightfully so. They paid for the table. Some of them have traveled long ways, and they should get some table equity. So there isn't a trade night tonight. I mean, there's a kids trade night at the show floor, like near the autograph pavilion area. So maybe I'll check that out. But I also, talk to my wife. It's not just about the monetary resources and limitations, right? It's also about setting limitations or setting boundaries when it comes to time. And time is so important, right? Time is something we can't ever get back. I love the hobby. It's definitely taken time to find a better balance. I'm not fully well balanced right now. I don't know how many people are, but for me, I love the hobby. It has kind of consumed me since I entered back in a year ago, because of community. It's because of, if you're watching this and you like my stuff, we interact, we talk. I don't know how much talking or interaction there is going to be in the comment section for this YouTube, because my YouTube is virtually non-existent, but got to start somewhere, right? So I hope to be home back before the kids go to bed. I might miss dinner, but that was something that we talked about. And then tomorrow, sorry, the wind is picking up and it's messing with my camera here. It's shaking my camera a little bit. I coach youth soccer for both of my boys, and we also have a family event tomorrow. So I won't be going to Chantilly on Saturday, October 21st, but then all of the morning and afternoon of Sunday, the 22nd, I will cut some more video, more content. I'll be at the show. I'll be talking to dealers. I'll just be enjoying the hobby scene, right? The card scene. So that's the plan for the next 3 days. Again, this is my intro vlog, optimized for YouTube. Will be up on audio podcast format. And I just really look forward to an awesome weekend of cards. This is my regional show, right? I mean, it's like, man, I really envy those people who live in Chicago, who have the national like right in their backyard. But for me to have the Chantilly show less than an hour drive from my house, I think that's pretty lucky. I think that's really fortunate. And so I want to make the most of it. Speaking of, I was able to line up a potential media badge, but until it actually is in my hands or actually around my neck, I'm not going to take it for granted. I'll definitely pay for the admission. The main thing for me, the reason I wanted to get a maybe one day. But the reason I wanted to get a media badge was for the access to kind of maybe shoot some behind the scenes content, give people who aren't at the show a glimpse as to how fun it is and maybe why they should come in the future. If you can't, because you're halfway across the country or the world, because YouTube, it does open up the ability for just anyone in the world to watch this, which is so much better. Because I feel like some of my content on Instagram, I know sometimes when I use certain copyrighted music, it says that it's blocked in like some Asian countries or Russia and things like that. And so and also the podcasts are somewhat limited from an international standpoint. So when I get the access and I'm able to show my regional show, I just want people to feel like they're there with me. I'm a 41-year-old dad in a minivan right now. My content is not flashy, high production, but I love it. I just love making content and just sharing my hobby journey so people can follow along. So that's my plan. If I don't get the media badge, no harm, no foul. I don't feel like anything's guaranteed or should be given to me. I'll definitely pay my way. The thing that I think would be the hardest thing, not the hardest thing, but waiting in line, but we have our phones and you can always cut content when you're in a line too, or consume content. But I wanted to skip the line, go in, get some behind the scenes, learn, ask questions, just get more educated in the hobby, because we're always learning, right, in and out of life. So that's my plan. We're almost at 10 minutes here, so I'll probably end it now. and say, if I meet you at Chantilly, maybe you make the vlog. I don't know how much I'm gonna cut. I also have limitations with how much battery and storage space I have on my phone, but I'm gonna do my best. Let's give it a shot. Let's start the YouTube journey together. Chantilly, let's do it. Let's have some fun.